Okay, guys, we're doing unit 11.6, understanding volume. The couple things you need before we get started, you need to find the box and make the box. It will look like this before you start. And you need the cubes. So grab those, please. All right. You can find the volume of a rectangle by counting unit cubes. And remember, this is a unit cube. Volume is measured with the amount of space a solid figure occupies. So the volume is how much goes in here. How much space does this take up, the solid figures? And it is measured by cubic units. So each unit cube has a volume of 1 cubic unit. So they don't tell you this, and I don't know if we've talked about it, but one way to do it is to write unit cubes, cubic units, or to the third power. Because to find the volume, you have to do length times width times height. So there's your formula to figure it out. When we were finding area, that was how much space is just at the bottom. That was length times width. And that's when you do base. All right, so we folded and taped it. We're going to use cubes to fill the bottom of it solidly. So when I filled it, just like you did, the length of it was how many do I have wide? And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my length is 5. My width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my height is 1. So how many centimeter cubes are used to fill the base? Well, like we talked about before, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 1 is 25. So how many do I have in there? I have 25. The volume of that is 25. Okay, continue filling the container layer by layer. Count the numbers of cemented cubes in each layer. So how many in each layer? There will be. So I want you to shut the tape off and do that, please. Okay, now that you've done it, you have 25 in each layer. How many layers did it take? I'm pretty sure 5. So what was the volume of that container when I filled it? Well, 20, because this would be my base, so 25 would be my base times 5, my height, and equals 125. So the volume of the rectangular prism is 125 cubic centimeters. Or we could write it cubed. Okay? To find the volume of a three-dimensional figure, you measure the 3 directions. For a rectangular prism, you measure the length, the width, and the height. The volume is measured in cubic units, or cubic units is abbreviated this way, cubic centimeters, cubic meters, centimeters, cubic inches, or cubic feet. This is cubic centimeters. This is a cubic inch. Which has the greater volume? Well, it's not too hard to look at those two, sorry. And you could tell that an inch is larger than a centimeter. So then they want you to find the volume of the prism if each cube represents 1 cubic centimeter. So we're just going to write, okay, cubic centimeters. Okay, so if it was centimeters, would it change just because it's a centimeter, an inch, or a foot? Well, let's find out. 2, so we're going to do length times width times height. So 3 times 2 times 6, it doesn't matter which way you do it. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 times 3 is 36. If I did it in inches, it would be 36. If I did it in feet, it would be 36. So would the prisms above be the same size if they were built with centimeter cubes? No, because each one of these cubes would be a different measurement. All right. Work with your partner. I would like you to do everything on this page. Remember, length times width times height to get the volume. We'll skip this one and come back to it. Homework, I would like you to do everything on this page, please. And all of the back. And then if you have time, go back and try and do these because these make you think deeper. And that is really what our goal is. Okay?